Hello, test, test. All right, hello and welcome to Camp Base Park here, the home of Red Bank Catholic. Looking for my other streamer here, but William L. Ryan. I know he wanted to come out and support the team and announce the game. We are a little late as we had to bring the streaming equipment after our third semester class. So right now we kind of got one camera seen through the chain link fence behind home plate. I might try and put one down the first base line without any fence interference. But for right now, to get the stream going, it's at least the audio. Everybody can kind of see what's going on. Again, I'm Coach Brumel here. Hermits took a 4-1 lead through the first 2 innings. Alex Weingartner on the mound for the Hermits. So a good start for the Hermits here. Scored a ton of runs last year as they 10-run the Caseys right here on this field in the South Jersey final. Weingartner misses high. Walks. This, I guess, the third batter of the inning. There are 2 outs. So we joined you a little bit late into this second inning, bottom of the second inning. It's actually 4-0. I got some details on how the runs were scored. Missed a little bit of it as I was doing about 90 up the Parkway to try and get here in time, but good to see that the Hermits scored a couple runs before we got here. Apparently, we had walks. Apparently, someone mentioned earlier the Hermits had 1 hit in that first inning where they scored 4 runs. So, walks and hit batters, something that actually had plagued the Hermits is in their game versus Union Catholic. Almost cost them there as they were able to come back and win 8-6. It looks like it's flipped on the other end as Weingartner fires in there for strike. Count goes to 0-1. I was like 0-2. That didn't feel right, but I'm kind of looking at the scoreboard. As Weingartner sets, delivers, popped up. This is going to go towards the home plate dugout. I'm going to look for the umpire to read the call. Hermits make the catch, and that will retire the side. The Hermits still lead 4-0 as we head to the top of the third. would appreciate it. All right, we are back. I'll get the scoreboard going in a second as Gillespie flies down the line. That is retired. Going to be a little bit of a obstructed view because there's no real good place to put the camera where I can get power. Like, I got to have power for the stream. And so I can't really go down the third baseline. So we can only go behind home plate, in which case it's kind of like stuck behind a fence. So if I can find a better spot, I will. But for right now, to be honest with you, this is probably the best angle where you're going to get most of the field, even if you have to fight through a chain link fence. Either way, Hermits lead 4-0. Bersani swings and misses for strike 2. That one just misses. Granted, I didn't really see it because I'm trying to set up the scoreboard, but it looked like the catcher framed it pretty well. So I'll take the ball. But that could have easily been strike 3 on Bersani. As the pitcher winds, delivers. That one taken high. Count goes to 2-2. What? Do you have a snap or number? Text numbers. If you see me, send them. They can join me. And the count goes to... I'm still sitting at 2-2 on the scoreboard. One popped up, foul, and out of play. Bersani stays alive. That one misses. The count goes full. One away, no one on. Bersani up. That one fouled away, staying alive. Long at bat for Bersani. Another foul. All right, we got the scoreboard going now. Top of the third. 4-0. One away, full count. And that one swings and misses. So Bersani strikes out for out number 2. That'll bring up Will Childs. Again, I'm running a little blind here because I came in late, but usually if Will's batting, he's kind of been the DH a lot. But with Weingartner on the mound today, I'm assuming that Will is playing first base. Will swings and misses at strike 1. I was looking for a new camera location last half inning to no avail as that goes in for strike 2. So I will get the full recap from some of the guys or parents here at the next half inning. And that one foul tipped into the catcher's mitt for strike 3. Down goes Childs, and that will retire the side. We head to the bottom of the third. Hermits still lead 4-0. He can hop on in. Just tell him to search Hermits Broadcasting on YouTube. I'll tweet out the link in a minute. But Weingartner gets this first batter to pop up. It's going to go out of view of my broadcasting booth down the right field line. I'm going to look at the umpire for the signal as he is caught, I'm assuming, by Gillespie in right field for the first out of the inning. Apologies for missing a pitch or two. I was trying to tweet out the link. So the count's 1-1 with one out. Weingartner fires inside for ball 2. You want? You can hop in. Peacock. Got a couple Hermits alum kind of hanging on the sideline. I lost Ryan Knight who wanted to do it, so we're down a man, but the count goes to 3-1. That misses low, walks him. So 1 out. Cases will have a runner on first. So 1 out, 1 runner on as Weingartner checks for his signal. Takes a step off, kind of gathered himself. Weingartner, along with Joe Irachi, elected to the Carpenter Cup for the Cape Atlantic, Cumberland County and Cape Atlantic League team. Now hopefully with a couple wins, it means they'll be able to play in Citizens Bank Park. Open for at least a couple more games here as they squares around a bunt. Pulls it back. That one is outside. Count goes to 2-1. And that misses for ball 3. So the count goes to 3-1. Weingartner winds, delivers, and that one misses for ball 4. So 2 runners on 2 walks so far this inning. Coach Ney coming out to talk to Weingartner, kind of settling down a little bit. Weingartner came in to close the game versus Union Catholic. Started off with Dobis, went to Wilkinson, then McNamee. All of them effective for stretches and then wild for stretches. So the Hermits kind of gave up a lot of bases on balls to the bottom of the lineup in that game, which really gave Union Catholic the lead. But the Hermits with some timely hitting and some good base running were able to come back with 5 runs in the bottom of the 6th. So once they got the 5 runs, took the lead in the bottom of the 6th, they brought in Weingartner for the final outs of the inning, and they're hoping Weingartner can go at least 5, 6, 7 today as he fires that one in there for a strike. Weingartner, the Penn State commit, also has 2 singles today. He looks back the runner on second base. Delivers low for ball 1. Count evens. Last year, I think this game was on a Saturday. Well, I guess it was the South Jersey final. Played this game on Saturday. Hermits actually got kind of lucky And the right fielder lost 2 balls in the sun. The Hermits were able to, if they didn't 10-run Red Bank, they got pretty darn close. As Weingartner fires high for ball 2. The Hermits hoping for a couple more runs today, but with Weingartner on the mound, they're hoping hopefully you don't need more than 4. Wagner from the stretch, delivers. That one goes high for ball 3. Gets away from Lloyd for half a second, but not too far away that any of the runners can advance. Three-one count. Ooh, just missed on the inside. But another walk for Red Bank, as the bases are loaded with 1 away. With nowhere to put him, Weingartner stretches, fires in there for strike 1. Weingartner again. That was one wild pitch. Kicks away. Runner coming home. No throw to the plate. So Red Bank will get 1 on the board. Hermits will try and minimize the bleeding here. Again, 1 out, 1-1 count. Runners on second and third. Weingartner delivers that one high for ball 2. Weingartner in the windup. Delivers. A little low, a little outside. Count goes to 3-1. Does have first base open now after the wild pitch. Delivers in there for strike 2. The count goes full. It's Weingartner, winds, delivers, fires, fouled down the third base line. Sharply hit, but right towards the third base coach. The count remains full. That one misses high, the off speed for ball 4. The bases are loaded once again. It's a courtesy runner will come out for the runner on first base. Weingartner winds, delivers in there for strike 1. Got nowhere to put him now. Hermits middle infield a double play length. Hits the first baseman, Bassani, right on the edge of the infield as he misses for ball 2. A turf field here, Count Base Park. So Bassani probably doesn't need to come too far in case of a bunt. The ball will probably roll a little bit quicker. Torreal rocketed to third. He comes home first. Pitches high, but DJ Lloyd gets him on the tag. So gets the out at home plate. maybe a little nervous. I thought maybe for a second he would go for the tag at third, try to throw over to double him off at first. But I think after he caught waiting a second on that short hop, he might not have had the time to pull it off. So Bersani figures, as opposed to take the out at third, just go home with it. Saves a run for now, so 2 away. As Weingartner still has the bases loaded. That one just misses outside. Weingartner winds, delivers, misses with the off-speed. Still, the count goes to 1-1. So this is the part of the game management that gets tricky for both coaches. As Weingartner winds again, delivers. Oh, he definitely went around from my vantage point. And I can't quite see if the referee gave or the umpire gave it. Looks like the count went to 2-1, so looks like he did not call him for the check swing. I thought he kind of went around from our vantage point. Weingartner fires. This one popped up behind DJ Lloyd at home plate. That one traveling out and will get out of play. So the count goes to 2-2. But the next game is on Friday. So the winner of winner of this game gets the winner of Immaculata and CBA. So where the Union Catholic game last week, or whoever you played, and whoever Red Bank played in the quarterfinals last week, and the state final over a week away, you'll have time to throw whoever you want on today and Friday, and they'll be ready for the state final. But whoever you throw today might not be ready for Friday, as Weingartner gets him with the off-speed pitch. Gets strike 3, and the Hermits get out of a jam, only giving up 1. We will head to the top of the 4th. All right, we are back here in the top of the 4th. As the top of the lineup leads off for the Hermits, as Arachi attempts a bunt, but it goes foul. As he winds, delivers, just misses outside. Count goes to 1-1. That one looked like a strike to me, but he did call it a ball earlier for Weingartner in that last half inning, so I guess I'll take it as he misses with the breaking ball inside. Count goes to 2-1. Hermits with a lot of speed at the top of the order between Arachi, Jackson, and even Weingartner in the 3-hole, so just got to get somebody on to try and make things move as Arachi fouls this one away down the first baseline. Count evens at 2. Stretch, delivered. Ooh, got him with the breaking ball. Arachi out in front of that one as he is retired for the first out of the inning. brings up Jackson, who fouls the first one off into the catcher's mitt. Count goes to 0-1. Hines delivers. Jackson ripped into the hole, and that'll get through for a base hit. As he leads off, or I guess he starts the inning going for the Hermits with a 1 away. We'll see if the Hermits try and make something happen on the base pass. So Jackson, pretty fast. Got thrown out against Union Catholic, but that field was a little slick, a little muddy. I don't think anybody was really, 4 out of 4 runners got caught that day stealing. So we'll see if they try and move him. Weingartner's been just tearing the cover off the ball recently. 2 singles today against Union Catholic. He had 2 balls that hit the top part of the wall. Like one down the left field line, hit the upper third of the wall. One to dead center, hit the upper third of the wall. So while he's the pitcher today, I'd venture to say he's the Hermits' best hitter. It's a pretty big field, so doubling either gap could score Jackson with the right jump, but we'll see if they don't try and send him and maybe score him off a single. As Weingartner calls time. Now he's set to deliver again. That one goes in high for ball 2. The 2-0 pitch. Grooved in there for strike 1. Good off-speed pitch there from the Casey's pitcher. Again, got here late, so I didn't grab the starting lineups, but good off-speed pitch. The umpire calls time, confirms the count. Scoreboard might have been off. Dugout's kind of blocking me a little bit, but it is. He confirms it's a 2-1 count with his first base ump. Again, the count's 2-1. Peeks over at first base. Throws over to first base. He's back in time. Stretch, he delivers. Weingartner pops that one up. That one's headed foul, out of play. Behind home plate. Count evens at 2. Delivers, strike 3 on the outside corner. Jackson takes second. The strikeout will result in the second out of the inning, but Jackson is able to take second on the play. So up steps Joey Peacock. Looking. 3? Yeah. Probably similar name. So Peacock up to the plate. That first pitch misses low. Pops that one foul and out of play. Count goes to 1-1.
Yeah, that's it right there, yeah.
I don't think your brother gets a tan. He usually just burned. As the pitch is delivered, Peacock fouls that one away. Kind of some talk right around here about Joey making a joke that maybe you don't recognize him because of the tan in the summer, but Holy Spirit actually had one of my favorite chants against him in basketball season. Started chanting suntan lotion at him as he strikes out for out number 3. And that will bring up the Caseys in the bottom of the 4th. Hermits still lead 4-1. All right, we are back here in the bottom of the fourth. Weingartner steps to the mound. Again, Hermits lead 4-1. He winds, delivers in there for strike one with the fastball. Gunner winds, delivers again. That one fouled away down the third baseline. Apparently, the story of the first inning was hit batters. Hermits apparently were hit 3 or 4 times that inning, timely hits, and that's how the Hermits got a 4-1 lead. Weingartner head in the count 0-2. That one high, waste pitch. Count goes to 1-2. That one curveball in the ground, in the dirt. Count goes to 2-2. That one also in the dirt, tries to get him chasing. So fights all the way back to a full count. No outs. As Weingartner winds, delivers inside for ball 4. The leadoff batter is aboard for the Caseys. Weingartner from the stretch delivers, pop foul. That one will travel out of play down the first base line. Weingartner stretch delivers. That's low for ball 1. The Hermits hoping to join the lacrosse team with a big game on Friday, as the winner of this game will take on the winner of CBA and Immaculata on Friday. Hermits lacrosse already scheduled as that fires, hits the outside corner of the plate for strike 2. But lacrosse, after a big win versus Gill St. Bernard's on Tuesday, now they'll travel to Seton Hall on Friday. The Hermits baseball team also hoping to have a big game on Friday as Weingartner throws that one down in the dirt. Blocked by Lloyd. Count goes to 2-2. Weingartner winds, delivers, grounded towards short. Arachi picks it up, sacks on second, fires to first, and gets the double play. Again, my view is kind of blocked by the dugout, but judging from the cheers on the first baseline, I'm assuming that Arachi completed the double play, and now there'll be 2 away here in the bottom of the fourth. Great play by Arachi, soft ground ball. Weingartner trying to stretch his glove out to try and field it. Luckily, he didn't, because I don't know if you're going to be off balance on the mound trying to throw the second. Probably just went the short way to first. So it's a good thing that it was just out of his reach as Arachi scoops it up, taps on second, throws to first for the double play. This one's fouled. Heading out of play, Bersani. Ooh, just can't quite get there. And that'll be strike 1. That one landed in foul territory, like not completely over the fence, but it kind of like was right up against the batting cage down the third base line. So, wonder if that kind of affected it. Maybe that's why it looked like it was further away from Bersani than it was. But either way, 0-1 count. Weingartner winds, delivers. Ooh, just misses. Count goes to 1-1. Weingartner delivers again. That's high for ball 2. That's high for ball 3. A 3-1 count. Weingartner winds and delivers again. That one's low. So another walk. I might try and catch up on his pitch count in the half inning. I'll check out the inside of the dugout, but I wonder if both pitchers' pitch counts are getting high. Because again, before I got here, it seems like when the Hermits scored 4, there's a lot of hit batters and walks. So the Casey starters' pitch count might have got up. And Weingartner he's worked around it, done a great job of that, but he's issued a few walks here today. So I'm hoping that he can last as long as he can into this game. As that pitch goes in there for strike 1, dropped by the catcher, but a strike nonetheless. But yeah, I'm just curious how long Weingartner will go. I'm sure the Hermits are going to hope that he can go as long as possible, and the Caseys are going to be taking as many pitches as they can to try and chase him from the game as early as possible. As that one goes high, Lloyd throws the second on the stolen base. He is in there. Rachi does a good job trying to sell it, but definitely a stolen base. This count goes to 1-1 with 2 outs. So runner in scoring position for the Caseys. And if he's fast enough to steal second on DJ Lloyd, he's definitely fast enough to score on a single. So the Caseys just hoping for at least a single here. Try and cut into this lead a little further. Good breaking ball there, but better discipline by the Caseys batter to lay off it. Count goes to 2-1. Weingartner from the stretch, delivers. That one's ripped into right field. I am not going to be able to see it from here. And that one drops in for a hit, so it'll be a double for Red Bank. Actually, I think it one hop defense for a ground rule double, judging by everybody's reactions. With the turf field here, the ball's probably a little bouncy on it. So ground rule double for the Caseys. That will cut this lead to 4-2. Still 2 away here in the bottom of the 4th. But again, it'll be interesting to see the way the Hermits manage this bullpen. If they have to bring in someone after Weingartner, because if you throw over 35, as Weingartner misses low for ball 1. If you throw over 35 pitches, you have to miss a day. If you throw over, I believe it's 50, you have to miss 2 days. Plus, even if you're legally eligible to throw, some guys' arms might be a little sore, might not be able to go. So who do you bring in today thinking they might not be able to pitch on Friday versus CBA? And again, that's not assuming you're going to win, but both teams are figuring, hey, who do we bring in that if we are to win this game won't be able to throw versus CBA? I think the smartest line of thinking is win the day, throw whoever you can, because if you don't make it to Friday, then you can't throw anybody. So we'll see which way the Hermits go. Looks like I see Wilkinson walking down to the bullpen for the Hermits to warm up. So he will be the next option for the Hermits. The count is 2-0, 2 outs, runner at second. Weingartner looking for a sign. From the stretch, delivers. Blocked by Lloyd. Runner at second hesitates. Good decision not to go, but the count goes to 3-1. So 3-1 count, runner at second. 2 away. Weingartner from the stretch. That's in there for a strike. Count goes full. I'm sorry, the count goes to 3-1. Again, that's on me being blocked from the scoreboard. The count goes to 3-1 as Weingartner gets to get me over strike. That one in there. Now it's full count. So now the count's full. First base open, 2 away. Weingartner from the stretch delivers. That one hitting the right field. They're coming in as it kind of flares out there. Jackson, the second baseman, makes the catch in shallow right field. And that will do it here for the Caseys in the bottom of the 4th. They get one back. Hermits come to bat in the top of the 5th, leading 4-2. All right, we are back. Pitching change for Red Bank. 25. Ooh, foul ball off of Lloyd. Luckily, it didn't hit him on the hands. As he sets to deliver, that one high for ball one. And delivers high for ball two. Counts at 2-1. That one high for ball three. Pitching from the stretch. Lloyd settles into the box. That one fouled away behind home plate. Count goes full. And delivers that one, ball four. Goes to the backstop. It bounces right back to the catcher. So Lloyd will be aboard with a leadoff walk. Hermits going to see if they can't get this one back. Myers on the mound for the Caseys. Christopher squares the bunt, pulls back for ball one. In high school, sometimes they just show to see if they can't throw the pitcher off, but I wonder if the Hermits are thinking a little bit of small ball here. Myers kind of checks over the first. He delivers. Christopher squares the bunt again. Gets this one down. Good sacrifice bunt. Fires over to first. And he gets the runner at first, but Christopher does a job. And gets Lloyd. Well, I guess not Lloyd anymore because they get the courtesy runner for the catcher. So it'll be Biglin at second with one away as Gabe Gillespie steps to the plate. Gabe, a 3-year starter for the Hermits. Tearing the cover off the ball, but then he got injured for a little bit, kind of just coming back from that. Again, if he can hit like he was through the first 3 quarters of the season, the Hermits are going to be just fine with him batting this far down in the order. Delivers. Gillespie takes for strike one. Count goes to 1-1.
Get on top of it.
Delivers. That one just misses. Again, I'm sitting 20 yards away behind a chain link fence, so it seems like that pitch has been thrown 5 times between both teams, called 3 times one way, 3 times the other. So I guess it just missed the outside corner of the plate as Gillespie fouls this one away for strike 2.
Go stay on it, drive the gaps.
As that one just misses. Count goes to 3-2.
Look fastball, Gabe. Look fastball.
This one hit down the right field line, or left center field. This one going back towards the track, over the center fielder's head. That's going to be off the wall. Lloyd had to hold because he thought he was going to catch it. Lloyd coming around third, ball bobbled by the cutoff man, and Gillespie is into third with a triple. DJ Lloyd scores from second, and the Hermits get that run back they gave up in the bottom half of the fourth. Now lead 5-2. Gillespie put a drive into that one. Over the center fielder's head, kind of one short hop the wall. Not that they were going to get him anyway, but a little bit of bobble on the cutoff guy led to no throw at home plate. So Bersani up. And again, this one, he's just got to do a job again, just like Christopher did with his sacrifice bunt. Put the ball in play. Infield is in. Again, it's a quick infield. Just put the ball in play on the ground. Maybe it sneaks through. Hit a fly ball to the outfield and get another run back as this one's delivered. Bersani hits this one into the outfield. Deep center field. This one's caught by the center fielder, but Gillespie will tag easily. And the Hermits now lead 6-2. 2 away, but a great job there. Like I said, Hermits playing a little small ball plus the big hit by Gillespie gives the Hermits 2 runs. I mean, that triple was huge because, and you don't even need another hit to really score them. So good job there by Lloyd to get on. Christopher bunt him over. Big hit by Gillespie. And then Bersani does a job and sacrifice flies him in. As Will Child steps to the plate and takes ball 1. That one popped out. Foul. Out of play. Count goes to 1-1. Delivers. Ground ball up the middle. Shortstop can't handle it. Would have been a tough play had he gotten there, but Will Childs on first as the top of the order comes to plate for the Hermits. So Arachi with the single earlier in the game. This one winds, delivers. Arachi swings and misses, but the ball gets away. So Childs will get to second base. On the 0-1 wild pitch. So again, another opportunity here with the runner in scoring position for the Hermits. Myers delivers. This one bounces off the turf again, but this time Arachi stays off it. Count goes to 1-1. He winds, delivers. That one just misses low. Count goes to 2-1. Delivered. Arachi grounds the ball to short. Backhands it. Fires over to first. And he is safe at first. Again, the dugout kind of blocking my view, so I don't know if it was short hop bobbled or Arachi just beat it out. But that will move runners to first and third as Brady Jackson comes to the plate. This is the last one. I can sneak it through here. As he fakes to first, checks to third. The 0-1 count to Brady after he fouled that one away. That off-speed pitch in there for strike 2. That one misses low for ball 1. So again, runners in the corners, 2 away. Oh, sorry, actually, he took second base on that last pitch. So kind of defensive indifference there, as I think the cases are more focused on just getting this out. So the count is 2-2. Jackson with a chance to knock in 2 more. Fouls that one away. Count stays at 2-2. Again, with how well Weingartner's swinging the bat, they want to get this out here. Jackson gets on, whether it's a hit or he loads the bases. Not exactly what they want, but a great pitch there by Myers. Gets Brady Jackson swinging on the off-speed pitch. And they limit the damage to just 2 runs. We'll come back in the bottom of the 5th. Hermits lead 6-2. We are back as a ground ball towards first base. And a little bit of a bobble happened there. Couldn't quite get there, so Casey's will have a runner on first to start the inning. Again, that's the one part of the field just out of my view. But Weingartner, if it's to be believed from the players I asked kind of out of the dugout, he started this inning in the low 90s. So you figure he's probably going to max out his pitch count sometime in the next, 10 to 15 pitches. You can start that last at bat at 110 pitches, I believe. As might call him time. I think they're checking on the runner at first base. You can see the third base coach for the Casey's kind of making his way over a little bit. By the way, runner on first, no outs. Looks like he's all right. Again, it looked like Wilkinson was the one Hermit I saw head down to the bullpen earlier. So you figure the Hermits got some combination of Wilkinson, Soupy, McNamee have been their top bullpen guys. Maybe a little bit of Tanzola, but we'll kind of see who they bring out here after Weingartner. There's a ground ball, foul ball. Count goes 0-1. But yeah, so he can start the batter at 110 pitches, and then he'll have to come out. He entered this inning starting at the low 90s. Sends that in, ball down and away. Good scoop there by Lloyd. Thinks about throwing over to first, but decides to hold. Would obviously love a quick inning here from Weingartner. Let Wilkinson or whomever start the next inning with a clean one, but quick innings haven't exactly been the Hermit specialty this year. He delivers. That one misses low and away for ball 3. Count goes to 3-1. Got nobody out. Runner at first. That one hit towards right. They throw to second, get one. Throw to first. Get another double play for the Hermits. So again, great defense there from the Hermits to erase the base runner from first. So as much as maybe it's an announcer jinx, but if it is, I'll take it in our favor. Maybe the Hermits can get a quick inning. Let Weingartner finish all the way through 5 after the great double play combo from Jackson to Arachi to Childs. Gets the Hermits their first and second outs of the inning. Weingartner fires in there for strike 1. I mean, I would say those as the Hermits' bullpen options because you assume Dobis is going to throw against CBA. Hermits' other top pitcher throughout the season, or top starter throughout the season, as the curveball gets in there for strike 2. So 0-2 count. Weingartner winds. Now he winds. Delivers. In there for strike 3. Blows it past him. Hermits keep this a 6-2 game as we head to the top of the 6th. We'll be right back after this. So we are back here in the top of the 6th inning. Weingartner steps to the plate. Hermits were hoping to get into the bat to try and blow this game open in the the top of the 5th, but good strikeout there from Myers to end the inning with runners on second and third. So Weingartner will lean this inning off. Fouls that one away past the first base line. So the Hermits and the Caseys familiar with each other. Played a lot in the playoffs over the last couple of years. Last year, the Hermits won 12-2 en route to their state championship win. Year before, the Caseys knocked the Hermits out in the South Jersey semis as Weingartner lines that one to right field. Going back, and it's off the base of the wall. One hops it. Weingartner will go into second with a stand-up double. And like I said, that's why the Hermits were trying to get him up to the plate the last inning. So Weingartner on second with a leadoff double. But back even in 2013, Hermits, like I said, lost to the Caseys en route to their state championship appearance, where they lost to Don Bosco 4-1. I think it was back in 2021, if I'm not mistaken, against Red Bank, where was Peacock. This is or strike 1. Yeah, the Hermits beat them in the South Jersey final 6-5, and that was the game where Coach Anthony Iconelli, longtime Hermits head coach and assistant coach, was on third and told Josiah Ragsdale to steal home. So the Hermits stole home, tied the game in the bottom of the 5th or bottom of the 7th, and then won it in extras. So the Hermits seem to run into the Caseys a lot. I mean, the last 6-7 years, it seems like it's pretty much been Red Bank, St. Augustine, and CBA is the top couple teams in this bracket. So the count's 2-1. Peacock hits that into left field, in for a single, and Weingarten's going to score easy as Peacock holds it first for an RBI single. And the Hermits now lead 7-1. I'm sorry. A little bit of conversation with the umpires, but again, the Hermits lead 7-2 after the RBI single by Peacock. So Lloyd will step to the plate. Again, no outs. That one misses inside. As he tries to throw behind the runner at first base. Can't quite get there. So he's safe at first. Count goes to 1-1. As they throw over to first again. Myers set to deliver, throws. Lloyd fouls that one behind home plate. Myers checks over to first. As Lloyd squares the bunt. Pulls back as that one's high and inside. So count goes to 3-1. Wines delivers. That one's high for ball 4. So with no one out, Hermits will have runners on first and second. Looks like the Hermits had pinch run for Peacock. Christopher to bat. Sacrifice bunted earlier. Squares around again. Offers again. Misses. Swings and misses at the pitch a little up and out of the zone. Count goes to 0-2. Just misses outside. Again, that's the pitch where if I've seen that spot 8 times, it's been 4 times a strike, 4 times a ball. So not quite sure which way the umpire is going to call that one. And he delivers. Off-speed pitch, fouled down the third baseline. The count is 1-2. Christopher at the plate. Believe that's Gilson on second. Delivers. Christopher swings and misses. Starts to run towards first, but it's occupied, so that'll be out number 1. So Gillespie, who one-hopped the wall last time with his stand-up triple, steps to the plate again, this time with 2 runners on. Delivered. Ball just high. went for the breaking ball. Gillespie laid off it. Myers delivers. That went in there for strike one. Myers again looks the runner back. Off-speed pitch, misses low and outside. Count goes to 2-1. Stretch delivers outside for 3-1. You don't want to walk him here if you're Red Bank, because then still with one out, any productive out can score another run for the Hermits if you get a little sacrifice fly or something going. So he delivers. That one low, ball 4. Wonder if they wanted to avoid Gillespie after his triple last inning or 2 innings ago. But the bases are loaded for the Hermits with just one away. Alex Bersani up. Bersani steps to the plate with the bases loaded. It's the obligatory to his grand slam in the state final last year. Might have been the last time in the playoffs he's been up with the bases loaded. So Bersani steps to the plate. That one catches the outside corner for strike one. Myers delivers. Bersani checks his swing. They appeal to first base, and the umpire says no. Myers delivers again. This one low and outside. Count goes to 2-1. A hitter's count for Bersani. Again, nowhere to put him one away. Just got to put the ball in play. Infield is playing. The middle infield is a double play depth. Bersani pops that one up. Shallow left field as he's coming in. I don't think they're going to send the runner. He makes the catch. They do send him. Oh, never mind. I was going to say that might have been a little aggressive. That was a good throw from the left fielder, too. But Coach Ney had him do the old stop and go. Took about 4 or 5 hard steps down the line to induce a throw just to see what would happen. But smartly holds him at third base. And as I can see him a little bit closer in my vantage point, that is Luke Tanzola on third, who is the pinch runner for Peacock. That ball probably 20, 30 feet too shallow, really trying to test the left fielder's arm. And like we said, that was a pretty good strike throw to home plate. So good thing they did not send him as Adam Williams steps to the plate. Adam Williams, I believe, is pinch hitting for Will Childs in this spot. Yeah, in the substitute duty, he had a couple doubles versus Gloucester Catholic. Had a double. Ooh, just swings and misses there for strike 2. Had a pinch hit double versus Union Catholic, which I believe was the go-ahead run the other day. So Coach Ney has used him in a couple big spots, kind of that weapon off the bench when do you need a hit. He's putting him in here, behind in the count. As Myers delivers, this one ripped towards second. Second baseman picks it up, dives towards the bag, gets the runner at second, and that will do it for the inning. So the Hermits leave the bases loaded. Great play by the second baseman as he's able to field that Williams hit up the hole and dive to second base. Hermits will lead 7-2 as we come back in the bottom of the 6th. All right, we are back here in the bottom of the 6th. Hermits lead 7-2. Andrew Wilkinson takes to the mound for the Hermits. Weingartner was either at his pitch count or was about to hit it. And I think they figured either, if he wasn't forced out because that last batter was his last legally, they figured as opposed to giving Weingartner one, let's just start Wilkinson with a clean inning. So Wilkinson steps in for the Hermits. He falls behind the first batter, 2-0. Gets the fastball over for strike 1. 2-1 count. As Wilkinson pitches from the stretch. Off speed, misses high. Count goes to 3-1. Stretch. This is outside, and he'll walk the first batter of the inning. As Wilkinson delivers, that one's low. Count goes to 1-1. Wilkinson from the stretch. This one dribbled to the pitcher. He throws over to first. Takes the out at first. Smart move. Let the runner go to second. Worst enemy there would be like an error trying to do too much. Really, your second worst enemy is going to be walks. Walked the first guy of the inning, got the out there, but that was the problem against Union Catholic where they almost, Union Catholic almost pulled the upset as they're walking guys. So you just got to throw strikes here, especially with a 5-run lead. Get outs. You're only 5 outs away. Throw strikes and try and get out of the inning. Wilkinson throws for strike 1 there. Wilkin pitches from the stretch. Curveball high. It's pitched, flared into right field. Will Childs will make the catch at first base in the shallow right field area. And so there are 2 away. Runner on second. Like I said, just keep throwing strikes. Casey's make a pinch hit here. Number 43. Let me see if we can find his name on Changer. Nissan steps to plate. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Wilkinson delivers that one outside. Count evens at 1. Wilkinson pitches from the stretch again. Catches the outside corner of the plate. Count goes to 1-2. The 1-2 count. Wonder if we'll see a waste pitch here, but if you do it, you don't want to let it get away from the catcher. Put another runner in scoring position. So Wilkinson's from the stretch. Curveball just misses high. Count goes to 2-2. Again, Wilkinson from the stretch delivers. That ball's low. Count goes full. So 3-2, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Or actually, just second. So runner on second. Either way, he's probably going to score the single anyway. But Wilkinson delivers. That ball ripped towards Arachi at short. He fields it, fires over to first, and gets the out. So the Hermits will have a clean inning here in the bottom of the sixth. We head to the top of the seventh. Hermits lead 7-2. We are back. Again, the Hermits still lead 7-2. They get the top of the order up. Hoping to get at least one more insurance run in there, give themselves a little bit of breathing room. I assume Wilkinson will be back out. As Arachi fouls this one down the first base line. Actually dropped in for a hit. Again, this base kind of blocking me, so it kind of loops in over the first baseman's head. Arachi going hard, gets the second for a double off of a ball that really wasn't that hard hit, at least from what I could see at this vantage point. And unfortunately, the only place with a power outlet I could get was to the left of the giant brick dugout. That ball falls in, so Arachi will be standing on second with a leadoff double. Jackson steps to the plate. Fouls this one up. Or I guess not foul, but the pitcher coming off the mound. He's underneath it. Makes the catch. So quick out there. Up Weingartner to the plate. Test. All right, then the Casey's try and pick off at second base. Sorry, we lost the audio there for a minute. I think the sun sets. It's kind of heating up the equipment that is no longer being protected by the tent. 2 away. That ball misses for ball 1. Delivers that one in there for strike 1. That's in there for strike 2. TJ Lloyd at the plate again. Runners on first and second. 2 away. Lloyd check swings. They appeal to first. He did not go. Counts 2-2. Delivers. Ball low. Count goes to 3-2. That is outside for ball 4. We now have the bases loaded. Christopher steps to the plate, fouls that one off. Misses outside. Ball goes to count goes to 1-1. Ripped the third base. Oh, that's through for a hit. 1 run will score. They're sending Peacock. Play at the plate. And he goes back to third, actually, and he makes it back to third. So he was rounding third. I think realized halfway there he's going to be thrown out. So he retreats back to third. By the way, it is another run for the Hermits. They take an 8-2 lead. That first pitch is in there for strike 1. Busby hits it down to the third baseline, or sorry, deep to right field, and is caught by center fielder. So that'll do it for the Hermits here in the top of the 7th. They'll look to close things out when we get back. All right, we are back here in the bottom of the 7th. Again, Wilkinson returns to the mound for the Hermits. As he misses there for ball 1. Comes from the stretch again. That one just misses on the inside corner of the plate. Count goes to 2-0. That one in there for strike 1. And the Hermits just 3 outs away. Ground ball, first base line, foul. Count evens at 2. Wilkinson delivers. Off-speed pitch. Ooh, just misses as the count goes full. Wilkinson sets, delivers, ground ball. And the Childs makes the play at first. So there's 1 out away here in the bottom of the 7th. Wilkinson from the stretch again. Off-speed pitch in there for strike 1. One grounded towards short. Rachi backhands, fires the first, 1 hop. And safe at first. The Caseys will have a runner on here in the bottom of the 7th. Curious to see how much of a leash Wilkinson has here, because obviously you don't want to let the game get away from you. Only 2 outs away, so hopefully he can get these 2 quick ones, and then we'll be out of this game with the win. But I saw Dobis walk down to the bullpen, but I don't know if that was just a bullpen to kind of get him ready for Friday, or do they consider throwing him today and then throwing him again on Friday. But Wilkinson throws an off-speed pitch for ball 1. Wilkinson delivers again. That one finds the inner half of the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. Wilkinson delivers. Curveball in the dirt. 2-1 count. Again, runner at first. Wilkinson from the stretch again. That one misses high. Count goes to 3-1. Again, last thing you need here is walks. Put the ball in play. Let him put the ball in play. I mean, that game-tying run is pretty far down the lineup right now. Just put the ball in play. See if your defense can't make some plays behind you. So Wilkinson from the stretch on the 3-1. That one low. Ball 4. And now have runners at first and second. Again, the idea is just preventing that next guy, or the tying run, forever reaching the plate. So if the next couple of hitters get on via a home run or a walk, it really doesn't matter. You know, he's on base. He's bringing the next guy up. They're extending the inning. They're extending their time here in the bottom of the 7th. So you just got to throw strikes. If he hits a double, just tip your hat and move on to the next hitter. Because at the end of the day, the Caseys are trying to bring up, you know, get that game-tying run into the on-deck circle, the game-tying run into the batter's box, and just go from there. So just throw strikes. Because the way I kind of look at it right here, double's the same thing as a walk. It just, brings the next guy up for the Caseys. Wilkinson drops the ball as he's trying to pitch. So that's a balk. Runners will get second and third. Each one advances a base. Just kind of dropped it as he was trying to pull it out of his glove and deliver the pitch. So an interesting way to move to second and third, but again, doesn't really matter. You just got to attack the batter. The more guys you let on base, that's the worse where it gets. So he delivers that one in there for strike one. Off speed, misses outside and low. Evens the count at 1. Ball high, count goes to 2-1. Delivers in the dirt. Good block by Lloyd. Count goes to 3-1. From the stretch, misses outside, so they walk the bases loaded. I wouldn't be surprised to see a meeting from the Hermits coaching staff with Wilkinson in a second, trying to calm him down. I'm wondering who's up next in the bullpen. But again, Casey's job is get on base, get the next guy up. Get on base, get the next guy up. I would be screaming, don't walk anybody. A single is the same as a walk. A double is the same as a walk. Him getting on is the same as a walk because it brings the next guy up. Throw strikes and get out of this game. It's Wilkinson behind in the count 1-0. Outside 2-0. Behind in the count 2-0. Wilkinson from the stretch. Delivers. That one's in there for a strike. And bounce in the dirt, 3-1. He walks this batter. I think that would be about it for me if I'm the Hermits coaching staff. Another walk given up by the Hermits. I mean, it's not something you just can't do. So you figure now that it's 8-3, you figure even if he hits a grand slam, it's 8-7. So the tying runs in the batter's box. So the Hermits will go to the pen, and we will let you know who it is when we get back. Wilson takes his spot at second base. The base is loaded. Jackson misses for the first ball. Then gets the second pitch over for a strike. Again, the tying run is on deck as the ground ball through the hole. And that'll score at least one. Here comes two. And the tying run is now at the plate for the Casey. That's why those walks are so killer, because it doesn't give you a chance to get an out. Casey's got a bunch of guys on, and now the tying run is at the plate. And with the Caseys being the home team, the winning run is on deck. This will probably be Jackson's game to lose at this point. You can hear the energy of the Red Bank dugout. They're feeling like they're back in this game. So one away. Jackson pitches from the stretch. Delivers. In there for strike one. Jackson set. Jackson delivers again. Swing and a miss. Strike two. And two away. Runners on first and second. Delivers. Just misses. Ball one. That one grounded to third. Bersani's going to field it. He's just going to go to first. Can't make the play. Everybody's safe. Slow ground ball. He kind of waited on it. And that cost him, as now the winning run comes to the plate for Red Bank. Jackson now from the windup, delivers, strike one. Jackson again, delivers, that one's low for ball one. Wines, delivers. Hit into the air. That one's getting a little trouble, and it drops in for a hit. Gilson can't make the play. Everybody advances. Red Bank now trails 8-6. Tying run in scoring position. All right, so one out. Tying run on second, winning run on first. Jackson misses outside. Some winds and delivers. Misses again outside. Jackson winds, delivers again outside. Count goes to 3-0. The tying run is now 90 feet away. Some activity in the Red Bank bullpen. I think they're anticipating if this game goes extras. But I'm sure they're hoping to just win it right now. Coach Ney making a pitching change, bringing in Jamison Dobis, try and shut this game down. So we will be right back after this. All right, and we are back, bottom of the 7th. 1 out. Bases loaded. Dobis comes in. So Dobis was going to be the Hermits starter for the next game if they made it. But kind of one of those cases of, hey, you got to get there if you're going to throw him. So figure it out later. But Dobis comes into a jam. No easy scenario for him. The Caseys have the momentum. Dobis comes from the stretch, off speed, high. Dobis delivers. Ooh, just misses for ball 2. The count's 2-1. Dobis delivers in there for a strike. Count evens at 2. And a strikeout will be huge here, especially after couldn't convert on a ground ball to third. Fly ball to second drops in. So the Hermits have had their chances to get some outs. Just couldn't quite do it. So with the 2-2 count, Dobis delivers. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Huge out there from Dobis. Everybody can breathe a little easier, but not much. Because again, 90 feet away is the tying run. Wild pitch, pass ball, anything can score them. Single, I mean, the runners are running on 2 outs. So anything through the infield might just win the game for the Caseys. So again, 8-7, 2 outs. Dobis delivers. Good block there by Lloyd. The curveball in the dirt brings the count to 1-0. Dobis set. Delivers from the stretch. Strike 1. Count is even at 1. Dobus delivers again. Ground ball to the right side. And the Hermits throw it away. No out. And the final run will score. The ball gets thrown away, goes out of play. Winning run will come in from second. And the Caseys win this one with a final score of 9-8. Coach Nay out there asking about something, but I don't know if it's going to make a difference. The umpires are walking off. And that will do it here from Count Base Park. Caseys advance to the South Jersey final by a final score of 9-8.